Hello guys, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel, and my name is still Adedayo, the governess, and it's such a delight to come back to talk to you guys. Now today I'm going to be talking to you about a very important topic, because it's something that it's very relatable. Trust me, it's something that a lot of us went through. In fact, all of us went through while we were growing up as kids. And it's about our social interaction. Now, I'm talking to parents and how you can help your child deal or cope with peer pressure. Okay, now, parenting, taking care of kids and being a guardian is a very difficult job, especially not just for babies and toddlers now, especially for kids that are already growing up, kids that we know are going into their preteens, into their teens, into their adolescent age. You realize that they start behaving differently, different from how they used to behave, and then you can say that it's as a result of peer pressure in school, wherever they go to and all. Now we have several materials and content available on the internet on how you can help your child cope with peer pressure, how you can help your child cope with the influence of their peer group, of their age group in their lives. Today I will be giving you few tips on how you can help your child cope with the influence of peer group or age groups in their lives. Okay, so first of all, we're going to align and define what peer pressure is. And I have my Collins Dictionary here to teach us what peer pressure is. And it says, peer pressure peer pressure means if someone does something because their social group is doing it. Like I said, social interaction. Someone does something because others are doing it. Now, kids of nowadays, in our even when we were growing up as kids, I mean, we know that we just wanted to feel among. We would call it feel among, and we would call it we just wanted to blend with people. Now, kids always want to be accepted. Kids always want to be loved. Kids always want people to pull them together and accept them. So when you see kids trying to feel among, it's a normal thing. It is a normal thing. And please, people always think peer pressure is a bad thing. It is not negative. It's not all peer pressure that is negative. We have the good peer pressure and we have the negative peer pressure. Now, your child can have pressure from its peer group when they are into maybe a sports club or a game club, and they are being challenged to do better. Now, especially for kids who are timid, it is necessary for them to always feel that pressure when they are amongst their peers, so that it helps them to come out of their shell and the challenge to do better. Now, how can we cope? How can kids cope or deal with peer pressure in school, in church, in any social gathering that they find themselves? First of all, parents, teach them to say no. Yeah, I say that you teach them to say no. Now, most of the times, kids always may not want to say no to their friends, because they feel, their friends are going to be upset with them. Therefore, they can decide to turn other friends, turn their backs against each other and just decide to ignore them. So because of that, they always want to do what their friends do. And how do you teach your kids to say no? Set ground rules in your home. Set ground rules in your home. When your child knows that as I'm going out, I shouldn't collect anything from anybody. When your child learns from the house that you shouldn't collect anything from anyone outside, you shouldn't ask your peers for things even when you don't have them. I mean, you shouldn't ask them for things out of greed and out of lack of content. You should be able to be contented with what you have, right? So teach them to say no by setting ground rules in the house. You realize that when you set those rules in the house, when they go out, they find it very difficult to do otherwise what they've been taught in the house. So teach them to say no matter what. Teach them to say no matter what, and to say it politely. To say it politely, in the sense that their friends won't feel bad, and their friends won't feel rejected by them. So teach your kids to say no. Now, boost their confidence. Most of the times, it is actually lack of self-esteem and lack of self-confidence that allows kids of nowadays to venture into things that they are not supposed to go into. It is when they don't feel good about themselves. In one of my videos, I'm going to major on how you can help your child to boost their self-confidence and self-esteem. Don't always talk them down. Yeah, I wrote that parents can play an important role in this regard. You have to boost your self-confidence of your kids by encouraging them to take decisions themselves. Let them know that they can be responsible for some things in their lives. For example, the things they wear, they can make decisions of their clothes. My kids started making decisions of the kids that I govern, rather. They started making decisions of what they wear at the age of, was it 5? Yes, at the age of 5. Even though they were always wearing two bright colors together. Two bright colors together, and the combination was not just here. The combination was just, it wasn't here. But the most important thing was they were able to make the decision that, okay, I feel good when I wear this clothes, so I'm going to wear this clothes. Let them wear it. There are times that, trust me, it is not easy for parents. Maybe they pick up a trouser that you know that they may not be able to manage. For example, white and white. Let them make the decision. Let them wear it. And when it gets thin, you explain to them, this is the reason why you shouldn't wear this in this when you shouldn't wear white while doing this. You shouldn't wear white while doing this. You can wear other colors because it helps you to be free. For example, I tell before my girl that I govern went to boarding school, I always tell her that don't wear white when we're in the kitchen, when we're having pastry class. Don't wear white. Even though you're going to wear an apron, don't wear white. There are parties. So I taught her how she can make decisions. I don't make the decisions of what she wears herself for her. I taught her how to make decisions by herself on the clothes that she wears. Now, when you realize that when they make these decisions of the things they wear and maybe the foods they eat, right? When they make it themselves, it gives them the confidence that yes, I am responsible for my clothes because I love those clothes, so I am wearing it. Sometimes they may not be confident enough when you choose what they should wear for them. So leave them to make their decisions. Some decisions, not all, please. Some decisions themselves. It helps them to boost their self-confidence. about their likings and preferences. Talk about what they like and what they prefer to them. Now, when you ask your child, what do you like exactly, and they tell you that, oh, I love wearing sandals, I love wearing Crocs all the time. My girl child, she wears Crocs all the time. She just loves it because that is how she's free when she wears Crocs. So sometimes even when she goes to a party, she can wear a very beautiful attire, maybe a jean or a top, and allow her to just wear Crocs, because she likes it. And I realized that whenever she goes to those social gatherings, because she chose what she's wearing, and she chose some particular things, and so she made the decisions, I see how she is. She's very confident and open to speak to anybody. You realize that when you don't speak about their likings and their preferences, and you are talking about you as a parent, without asking them how they feel about some decisions, how they feel about what they don't like and what they prefer, they become timid. They feel they cannot be heard. That way they won't be able to speak out as much as they want to. It also boils down to self-confidence, right? I said it to help them to feel confident and independent. Independent. Now, if your child likes to have a certain hairstyle that is according to the school rules, please. If your child likes to have a certain hairstyle, let them have it. Okay, let them have it. It helps them to have the courage to do what they like, instead of following the orders of what other people like. You realize that when you let them do, like, primarily guardian parents, let kids choose everything about their body. Okay, give them the benefit of doubt. I know it's not easy, I know, but be there to support them. Help them to make this. Be there to support them whilst they make these decisions about their body. Because the thing is, as they grow up, when you keep making these decisions themselves, they feel they don't have the right to instruct themselves about some certain things. So they always wait for, mommy, what do you think about this? I am not saying that they shouldn't ask for your opinion. Yes, there are times that they would ask for your opinions, and sometimes parents try to say, what do you think? Don't just give them your opinion immediately. Try to reason with them and ask them, what do you think? What do you think about this? Or do you like it? Now, if you have a child that is always very, oh, mommy, do you like this? Daddy, do you like this? Should I wear this? You ask them, what do you think? Do you want to wear it? Now, when you ask them that, they feel very important, and it helps them to know that, okay, they have the confidence to choose, make some choices themselves. Now, the last that we're going to stop here with, develop decision-making skills in them. It's still the same thing that we've been saying. Develop decision-making skills in them. Parents must leave day-to-day decisions to kids instead of taking every single decision themselves. My last video, I spoke about creating routines. That's why I said, when you want to create a routine as a parent, as a guardian, as a child caregiver, right? Involve your child to make some decisions in the routine with you, so that they can have the courage and the confidence to also develop some decision-making skills. It helps them to develop some decision-making skills. There is nothing, almost everything I tell my kids that I govern to make some decisions themselves. It could be decisions where there are some decisions that they make Even when I try to make them reason with me, they are bent on, yes, they want to do it this way. I let them do it. And when it doesn't go the way they want to, I call them back. I call them, sit them down and explain. Because, I mean, like we all know, experience is the best teacher. So sometimes I allow them, I permit them to make some decisions that I know that may not be good for them. I mean, the repercussion or the results may not be what they want. But I allow them to make such decisions so that next time they can have a rethink about it before making such decisions. So I say, yeah, stop telling kids things like what to do, when to do, and how to do it. Not like you shouldn't tell them, but allow them to choose when they want to and what to do and how to do. That's why I always say, allow them to create these routines. For example, let me give a routine example. Okay, when your child makes this routine with you, right? They already put it that, okay, I want to do this at this day. I will do it by this time, and I will do it like this. Now, your kid has made the decision to do it the way they want to do it. Okay, now it is left for you to leave it for them and support them the way they want to. Now, let them learn by taking decisions themselves. Like I said, parents, guardians, it's not going to be easy. There are some decisions they will take that may not sit well with you. Okay? But let them learn. Let them learn by taking the decisions themselves. That's how they grow. That's how a lot of us grow, right? Now, they are acting on your instructions, and in the coming days, they'll start acting on their peers precisely. When they realize that, oh, I don't have a mind of my own. Okay, since my mom is not here, my peers can actually make these decisions for me, and I'll be fine. Whatever they say, I will do it. Okay? So if you want them to be independent and confident, then do not impose anything on them. Do not impose anything on them. I am going to talk about an example of imposing anything on people. I was having a conversation with a particular colleague, and we're talking about how kids go to social gatherings, and how it should. My colleague was like, kids are not allowed to go to social gatherings of their friends, like birthday party. They need to reduce it and all. I was like, okay, I don't agree with you, okay, because a lot of us, while we were growing up, we were confined in areas that we were confined in a particular place. There were times that our parents, did not allow us to go out. We couldn't do some certain things ourselves because we were just like, hey, sit at home. Hey, don't go anywhere. When you go to the market, come back in 10. No. You confining your child is not going to stop peer pressure on your child. Yes, it is not going to. Remember, they are going to school, so they will see peer pressure. It's even in school that you will see a lot of peer pressure, because you have different homes. Like in a class, you have like 25 kinds of people and behaviors. So that is even a lot of peer pressure on them. So when you tell your child, when you instruct your child or impose them in doing things they don't want to do, you are losing them. Don't do that. Please don't impose anything on your children, on your kids. Don't impose anything on your kids, on your children. The only thing you can do is instruct them, not impose. You can only instruct a child. You cannot impose on a child. Please take note. You can only instruct a child, your children. You cannot impose on them. When you impose on them, you hereby, you're just losing them. Because yes, they will do what you tell them to do right now. But when they have the opportunity to not do what you tell them to do, they will not do it. They won't do it. They won't do it. And it's even when they want to, or they are scared that, oh, mommy may know, oh, daddy may know. Do you know that when a little pressure from their peer comes, they fall into it immediately. They fall into it immediately. So do not impose anything on your children. Do not impose anything on your children, but instruct them to do what is necessary and better and best for their life. Now, it is a challenging time for your kids. It is a very challenging time, especially when your kids are growing already, preteens and teenager, adolescent, and all. Now, there are times that they come back from school and they feel emotionally down, physically down, social wise and all. The only way you can help them, another way that you can help them to deal with this peer pressure, is loving them. You can love them, and you can also teach them to love themselves. You can also teach them to love themselves. When kids love themselves, when you love them and you teach them to love themselves, then there is nothing, no matter how negative or strong the pressure is coming from their peer group, they will not be a victim of it, no matter what. Okay, I hope I have been able to speak a little on this topic. I wish I could say more. I have a couple of things I want to say, but I'm going to just drop it here for today. And in case you have any questions, please, you can go right to the comment sections and drop your questions, or you can send me a direct message on Instagram, governess_official on Instagram. You can send me a direct message and I will sure respond to you immediately or as soon as possible. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please go and do that. Please go and subscribe to my channel so that you can get notifications about my shows and about my videos. And please share this video to all guardians, parents, and child caregivers who may need this at any time of their life, for their kids as well. My name still remains Adedayo, and see you next time.